The route that's on offer for tomorrow is called the Peach, and the name has no deeper significance. Why are we doing it again? It's an excellent question. Sometimes I'm not so sure. It seems like there should be better things to do. But at the same time, I felt the route was special enough that I kind of wanted to have a record of it. And plus it's good climbing, so why not do it again? The rock on it is, even by Rocky standards in places, is less than stellar. So finding solid belays was actually a bit of a challenge, and the bolt kit in my harness definitely weighed heavily, but I was quite determined that even the belays would be bolt-free. Sometimes those things are important to me, and in this case it was. What's attractive about difficulty? That's a good question, because sometimes one dreads in advance the effort it will take. It's kind of like, the feeling like leaving the ground on the hard red point, and you're kind of dreading it because you know that to be successful you'll need to try hard and you'll need to put in a solid effort. But at the same time, I think that's what's rewarding about it. It's fun to go on easy days, but after an easy day I'm left wanting. It's just not enough.
I like the mess in the back of the cave. It's very homey. It's kind of a nice parallel to the gear room.
You don't see the route until you're almost there, until you're almost across from it, because it lies in a bit of a cleft. The first pitch is some ice up there's an ice pillar up a almost chimney-like feature, and like most ice, at least that I find that it was harder than it looked. I thought it'd be a breeze, and actually had to climb. You kind of walk up some snow, not much, maybe 20 meters, and then you climb a easy but kind of unpleasant pitch. It's completely dry, so it's just pure dry tooling. It's not very hard, and it's horribly loose. You're kind of thing where you put in pitons and you take them out by hand. So not hard, but you better not fall. So the third pitch on the route is the real business. It's short but powerful. Here the climbing is hard enough that I think falling off is a possibility. Dry tooling's always kind of treacherous. It's unlike rock climbing where you kind of feel the holds you're on. Here the difference between being there and slipping off is a fraction of a second. The protection is all natural, so no bolts. Some pitons, and I have to admit that some of the pitons I placed on aid, meaning that basically I put in a piton and then I lowered and reclimbed the pitch. Basically, to get in a solid piton, you kind of need to get in a good stance, and I did not think I could drive solid pitons solid enough to hold me in the not unlikely event of a fall, just kind of hanging on by one arm and hanging out there. And because I thought it was kind of dishonest to take the pitons that we placed on aid, to take them out so that other people would have to go through the same thing we went through again. So we actually left the pitons we placed in. And other than that, some cams. The crux pitch is this overhanging crack, so it actually takes reasonable cams. It's not granite, it's sort of Chelsea limestone, so it's this gritty crack, and you're always worried about the cams kind of sliding on all the choss inside the crack, but get some decent cams. there are definitely places where you have to gun for it a bit, and where you have to kind of make the choice where are you going to stop and try to fiddle something in, or are you just going to go for it? And that was definitely one spot like that on the first ascent where I thought, okay, I'm just going to go for it. I thought that the fall, should I fall, would be long but reasonably safe, and that I felt reasonably confident at making the next stance.
Come on, Raph. Yeah, boy.
Then the last pitch gets you to the ice, but getting to the ice is actually quite difficult. You're climbing this kind of overhanging corner that sweeps up to the ice.
His last piece of gear is those 2 pins. So if he falls, he's gone for a while. Come on, Raph. Nice job.
And you get up to the ice, and getting on the ice is not straightforward. You're under this big ice roof, basically where the pillar broke off, and somehow you have to get around the broken part onto the ice above. So it really stays exciting until the very top.
Nice, Raphael. Cheval.
Knocking away some choss and driving in a good pin gave me a good feeling in this route.